Yeah, turning up the mic, zooming out the lens. No sugar, no spin, no playing pretend. You asked for the full scale, the heavyweight facts. So let's lay it on the table and follow the tracks. We leveled up the tech, but we downgraded the trust. Scrolling through the feed till our brains turn to dust. Deep fakes on the timeline, blurring out the lines. Algorithms feeding us the anger by design. Servers running hot, sucking power from the grid. Trading all our privacy for everything we did. Silicon Valley building giants out of code, while the heavy toll of progress is the middle of the road. We're more connected now than we have ever been before, but lonely in a crowded room, knocking on the door. This is the full scale, the heavyweight truth. From the elders in the struggle to the disconnected youth. No sugarcoating facts, no fuzz on the lens. It's a complicated world where the narrative bends. We got progress, we got pain, we got hope, we got fear. The full truth spoken loud and clear.
Yeah, let's talk about the paper. Let's talk about the rent. Wondering where the stability or the savings went. Interest rates climbing, putting padlocks on the door. The ceiling for the rich is the working class's floor. Groceries in the cart, take a fraction of your check. Hustle culture got us running till we're nervous wrecks. Profit margins booming for the giants at the top, while the independent shops are just praying it will stop. We got empty office buildings right beside the sleeping tents. Trying to do the math, but the numbers make no sense. Look outside the window, the season's acting strange. Politicians talking, but we're waiting on the change. Oceans getting warmer, plastic floating in the tide. Mother Nature pushing back, nowhere left to hide. Forest fires blazing, turning daytime into night. Generations coming up, are bracing for the fight. They talk about the carbon, they talk about the green, but corporate greenwashing is the slickest thing we've seen. We're mining out the lithium to build a cleaner car, but pulling up the earth still leaves a heavy scar. This is the full scale, the heavyweight truth. From the elders in the struggle to the disconnected youth. No sugarcoating facts, no fuzz on the lens. It's a complicated world where the narrative bends. We got progress, we got pain, we got hope, we got fear. The full truth spoken loud and clear. Borders drawn in ink, but they're guarded by the steel. Ask the displaced people if the politics are real. Echo chambers locking every mindset in a vote. Pointing out the finger, screaming everything's your fault. The left and right divided, tearing at the seams. Selling us the outreach to monopolize the streams. Truth is getting buried underneath the heavy spin. If we don't start to listen, tell me how we gonna win. We got global supply chains snapping like a thread. Living in the shadow of the things left unsaid. But let me flip the script, bring it back to the ground. There's a lot of quiet heroes that are spreading love around. Medics in the clinic, teachers in the school. People breaking cycles, refusing to be cruel. Innovators building, finding cures to the disease. Activists are planting down the roots in the trees. It's a messy masterpiece, a chaotic kind of art. The heaviest the truth is we gotta play our part. The world is looking fractured, yeah, the systems might be flawed, but the resilience of the people leaves me utterly in awe, yeah. Full scale, no fuzz, just the world as it is, not a world as it was. Keep your head up, keep your feet on the street. Find the truth in a rhythm, find a pulse in a beat. Hey, let's look at the plate, let's look at the seed. Monopolies owning the things that we need. Ultra processed flavor designed for the crave. All the soil that we harvest is digging its grave. We got synthetic dyes and a high fructose corn. Health issues rise since the day we are born. Rich nations wasting a third of the bin, while the hidden hunger is stretching us thin. The supply chain is fragile, the stickers are high. We're bioengineering what we used to just buy. Yeah, now we just buy, Now look at the kids, the ones in the hall being raised by a tablet stand 3 inches tall. Attention is captured and sold to the brand. The child is slipping like grains in the sand. Mental health crisis, the numbers don't lie. Anxiety soaring, we're wondering why. It's the pressure to post, it's the lack of the play. It's the weight of the world on a 10-year-old's day. We're teaching them testing instead of the thought, and wondering why the connection was core. The drums of the war, they never stay still. Just different names on the top of the hill. Modern day combat is drones in the air. A button is pressed by a man in a chair. Proxy wars burning, the civilians pay. The price of the weapons gets higher each day, and all we do is hope and pray, yeah.